If any man among you seemeth to be wise in this world, let him become a fool, that he may be wise.
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
All right, just got here to the Georgia Guidestones, and here is basically the 10 Commandments of the NWO written in English here, and you can look these up, but there's 8 huge stones written on each one. On each side is a different language. So there's 4 huge stones with 8 different languages on them. It's pretty neat. Look it up, do some research, find out what you know about this stuff. It's definitely weird. It's in the middle of nowhere in Georgia. Pretty odd. All right, the 10 Commandments of the New World Order. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Interesting. Guide reproduction wisely. Improving fitness and diversity. Think about these things, people. Unite humanity with a living new language. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Rule. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Yeah. Does these things sound like protection? Let all nations rule internally, resolving internal disputes in a world court. Do we want any nation to rule us? And avoid petty laws and useless officials. Now, I'm not going to agree with that one. Balance personal rights with social duties, which means you are free if you comply. Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. Yeah. These two. All right, so this is also a stone tablet that's right next to the Guidestones here, which is literally, like I said before, in the middle of nothing in Elberton, Georgia. If you look on here, it talks about the top stone. It's got 4 different languages on it: Egyptian hieroglyphics, Babylonian cuneiform, classical Greek, and Sanskrit. And then, like I said earlier, on the 4 big stones, you've got Russian, Chinese, Arabic, Hebrew, Hindi, Swahili, Spanish, and English. Pretty interesting. Still at the Georgia Guidestones here. Look, if you come to the middle here, this middle stone, this hole right here. Let me see if I can get a view of it. Yeah, there you go. That hole in the middle right there lines up with the North Star Polaris, and it never moves, ever, proving that we're not hurling, spinning, rotating in a never-ending vacuum of space. That hole was always lined up with the North Star. Research it. I wasn't able to use the original audio from the video. It was very windy that day. And you could barely hear us. This video was taken on March 26, 2022. About a little over 3 months before the Georgia Guidestones were destroyed. A lot of weird things going around that, but I believe they were destroyed the first week of July. My friend here has an app that has the stars, the celestial bodies and things mapped on the app. And this hole in the center of that middle stone of the Georgia Guidestones lines up with Polaris, the North Star. Never moves. Georgia Guidestones were built, I believe, in 1980, and it always lined up with the North Star Polaris, proving that we're not spinning and rotating and hurling through space in 4 different directions like NASA says. But you can see when we line the camera up of this phone with that center hole, you see Polaris right there. that hole was pointing directly at Polaris, which is what you would expect from a flat and stationary, immovable Earth.
We continue to follow breaking news out of Northeast Georgia, where we just learned there's been an explosion at Georgia Guidestones. New video just in shows damage to the Guidestones in Elberton County. The GBI and local officials are investigating this explosion. They say someone detonated an explosive device around 4 a.m. The Guidestones are located on Highway 77 in Elberton, and